Jacksonville Jaguars in week 2, the Indianapolis Colts have a pretty hefty injury list. It's not like they have a ton of people on it. It's just that the people they do have on it are big impact players. You have Buckner, Pierce, Moore, Pittman. Those are the main guys. Mainly Buckner, Moore, and Pittman. Pierce, we don't know what he's got yet, but we know he's going to be a big factor in this offense. Hopefully. But Buckner did not practice yesterday, did not practice today with the hip, and it's a little worrisome. We're going to need Buckner versus an improved Jaguars offensive line with some very good running backs, James Robinson, Travis Etienne, both very good backs, and we're going to need Buckner versus that run game. We got Stewart, very good run guy. We have other guys, Dale Dangbo, see how he comes in and plays. I don't think he's going to be any Buckner, but, Dale could come in and play that. Maybe Tyquan Lewis plays it. Maybe Colbert gets his shot. I think Colbert will be more of a rotational piece even with Buckner out. So hopefully Buckner gets better. Even if he's there a little bit in his presence is enough. But him being out, all the way is going to suck big time because the Jaguars have a good running game if they run the ball. Questionable why Doug Peterson didn't run the ball last week as much. Hopefully they don't do it as much this week because they have a strong running game. Alec Pierce is limited with his concussion. He's going through the 5 steps of the concussion protocol. It's in step 2 or 3, going through limited practice. Going to see how he does. Will he play a full tomorrow? If he does, he'll play on Sunday. And then you have Kenny Moore. So did not practice. I believe it is another hip, which is quite worrisome. Kenny Moore is an amazing slot corner. He makes a lot of big plays, very savvy player. So if he goes down, it's going to be tough. But I think Isaiah Rodgers is going to be the guy who's actually going to fill in for that, for the slot corner role that Kenny Moore would originally play. I think Isaiah Rodgers will be fine. You'd have Stephon Gilmore, Brandon Fashion, Isaiah Rodgers. Okay, whatever, but that's not ideal. I would rather, Kenny Moore in the slot, obviously. But may not happen. He's very likely two practices where he has not participated at all, just like Buckner. Then Michael Pittman Jr. So the thing with Michael Pittman Jr. is that he has a calf injury. We don't know specifically what it is. If it's a calf strain, much more worrisome, because calves are very tricky when you go to push off them, when you go to play, and when you think they're better. But if they're not fully healed, more tendons, more muscles are going to snap. When you refire those muscles, they're going to snap. They're going to be weaker. And then as they heal, scar tissue isn't as strong as the regular tissue. So hopefully, best case scenario is a calf bruise. If it's a calf strain, it's going to be scary. It may bother him the entire season, which is not good. So hopefully it's a bruise. And then some of the best news, in a while, it doesn't really help when you have all these other great players hurt, but to see that Darius Leonard is in full. Darius Leonard was in full 2 days in a row at the back. His recovery seems to be going good. He took his time coming back, which I absolutely love. I absolutely appreciate the Colts and him taking his time. They were expecting him to be back, maybe mid-training camp, but they didn't rush it. They didn't, keep it to that. They let him rest. They let him recover. And it's looking like Darius Leonard may be playing. Even if he does play, I think he's going to be in a pitch count just in case. But nonetheless, Darius Leonard, man, excited if he comes back. He's a huge part of this defense. He is the heart and soul of this defense. He is the engine. He keeps this machine well oiled when he's on the field. So you guys let me know what you think about these injuries. They're a big cause for concern on Sunday versus the Jaguars. Jaguars had no one on the injury report yesterday. Today I didn't take a look at it. I'll take a look at it. Maybe make a video about it later. But for now, this is JDW Sports Talk Show signing off.